Jordan and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to do my Need It, Thinking About It, and Passing on It series. I do this every few weeks, not every week, just kind of depending on how many new releases there are, what I'm interested in, and I like to do these videos to kind of be like things I need to think about as far as makeup, things I'm excited about, especially with the new year. I'm just like, woo. But at the same time, just like, you gotta control yourself. So these videos always help me to kind of talk through it with you guys, and I love to see what you guys are interested in and what you're like, I am so over this. Stop it. You know, hopefully none of those like trickle into 2019, but I'm sure they will be. So if you guys are interested, just keep watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. I really appreciate that. And let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, so there's 3 sections here: Need It, Thinking About It, and Passing on It. Meaning, need it, I'm definitely probably gonna buy it, and then passing on it, obviously I'm not. And then the thinking about it section is usually where it's like 50-50, like it caught my eye, but I don't know if I'm ready to commit, you know? Second date vibes, you know, you don't know. We'll see how that goes. So as far as things I am definitely thinking about, this, I don't know how to say the brand. It's Ritual Defeated? Maybe. I could be talking out of my butt here about the pronunciation of that. But there's this Alchemist highlight. You guys know me. I love highlights. So I've been like thinking about it for a few days. I'm trying to give myself like time to think about things before pulling the trigger. It looks a lot kind of like Fenty, but like Fenty 24 carats like intensified. The only reason why I haven't like really pulled the trigger yet is it's supposed to be like almost like a creamy consistency, and I don't know if that's gonna like break apart foundation. I don't really know anything about the brand, so I'm kind of just like, should I try it or not? But it looks freaking gorgeous. Like chances are I'm gonna get it, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm trying to make sure that I really think about it first. Next, Lime Crime is releasing a Venus 2 palette. I'm more on the side of passing on this one, but I put it in my thinking about it. I still have never tried I've never tried Lime Crime in general, so it's something I'm kind of like, maybe. The colors look pretty. It's not super unique, but it's still intriguing me. Maybe it's just because like the palette like collection just looks pretty, like just the overall like vibes it gives. So I'm not really sure. Let me know if you guys have tried Lime Crime and what you think of them, but I'm on the fence still. Still just like, I don't know. Other than that, Morphe is releasing foundation and concealer. Finally, brands are listening. They're coming out with 60 shades of foundation, like, which I'm just like, good on them, you know? Even though you get tired of Morphe. Oh, my dog is in here and he keeps messing around with everything. But yeah, 60 shades. I haven't really seen much about it yet, so I'm kind of like, we'll see. It's one where I'm like, I'm gonna wait for reviews, to be honest. It's probably gonna be a nice like price, nice and affordable, but foundation isn't something I usually get super excited for, so I'm kind of just like, we'll see how it goes. They're also releasing, I think, 30 or 31 like concealer shades, so I'm trying to reach out into more drugstore stuff. And then Morphe, I consider it drugstore as far as like affordability wise, so I'm kind of just like, maybe I will try you out. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed on that one. I think that's it for my thinking about it stuff. Things that I am passing on that I'm just like, I don't need you. I will not take you home. My wallet will not open for you. You shall not pass. MAC is releasing like little collections where it's like based off of like a theme, like Ruby Woo or like Velvet Teddy, or just all different types of things just based off of like one color. Which I like the idea of that, but at this point I have a lot of it, so not necessarily MAC, but like, I don't know, it just didn't catch my eye, to be honest. Like, I'm still just kind of like, I feel like MAC needs to do something to really get me going, because right now I'm just kind of like, it's pretty, it's a lot of reused stuff, you know, like they keep coming out with collections where it just has stuff that was already in the collection, and then they're just putting it all in one as if it's like new. That's just how I feel about it. I still think they're great products. It's just, I'm not willing to like run to the store and get it, you know? I just kind of replenish MAC as I use my stuff. Becca is releasing a new Lunar New Year highlight. The pig is really cute. I do have to say that. But usually these shades, just for some reason, they don't go well on me. Like, I love rose golds, but when I try it as a highlight, I just feel like this might be a little bit too light for my skin tone. And two, I don't know what it is. I love Becca highlights, but this isn't just, I'm just not willing to pull the trigger. Like maybe I'll swatch it and love it, but I just feel like I've kind of branched out so much more into highlighters this year, way too many more, that I'm just, Becca isn't the one I go to first anymore. Especially I just bought that Chloe palette, and I am going to end up returning that Chloe palette. It's just not working for my skin tone. I've tried it out multiple times, and the amount I have to layer on as far as bronzer goes is just, I can reach for a different Becca bronzer and get a lot better pigment, so it's just not worth keeping it in that way. So yeah, I need a break from Becca for the second. Just until something else catches my eye. Next, Vizier is releasing, or they did actually just release this, I don't know if it's Vizier, you know what I'm talking about, Koi palette. But to be honest, like I feel like everyone talks about Vizier as if it's such an amazing brand, and I've tried the more neutral matte palettes, and I have like one little quad, and I was super excited to get it, but to be honest, I never reach for it. It's not anything where I feel like it's as special as people hype it up to be. I don't know if you guys disagree with that or not, but it doesn't blow my socks off. Like it's not for the price tag. I'm not. And when I look at this palette, the Koi palette, it looks really pretty. It looks like a palette I would definitely buy, except for I don't like their shimmers. Like every time I've tried a shimmer shade from them, it's not as metallic as my other high-end brands, and because of that price point, I'm just like, I think this is an easy pass for me. Next up, Urban Decay is releasing a Reloaded palette. It's called the Naked Reloaded. So they discontinued their original Naked palette, and they're coming out with this one now. And to be honest, it's like back in the day, that palette was everything. It was like the one palette you would go and get, you got excited about. It was one of my first expensive palettes I've ever bought. But at this time, it's nothing unique. You know what I mean? Like now we just have so many neutral palettes that Urban Decay wouldn't be the one I would reach for. I feel bad saying that, but it's like I already have all these shades in my collection to where I'm just like, I don't have that same desire to like buy it. I'm sure it's going to be gorgeous and be great for people that don't have a giant like collection. They're not crazy hoarderish like myself. But for me, I'm just kind of looking at this, and it's nothing for me to like get excited about. I'm just kind of like, I have this in a variety of different palettes now that I don't need this one. Lastly, for my passing on it, Pixi is releasing this Glow Tonic like collection. And to be honest, I don't have anything against it. It's just more, I've never tried Pixi before. And when I think of Pixi, everyone kept saying like how affordable it was. And then I would go and I'd be like, well, this new product is like $20 or the mist is $24. And so to me, I'm like, that's not necessarily a drugstore price. If it's going to be less than a $10 difference between that and high end, I'm just going to get the high end product. Like Pixi is one I really do want to. I just got a Target gift card, so maybe I'll go out and buy some Pixi. But I feel like it shouldn't be considered drugstore. You know what I mean? Like it's not necessarily drugstore prices. Like the little duos look so pretty as far as the highlighter goes, but it's still 16 bucks, and I'm like, for some reason I pick it up, I put it in my cart, and then I put it back before I check out. I don't know what it is. I really need to give it a try. It looks stunning, but for some reason it's like, it's in my head that it's at the drugstore, but it's not drugstore pricing, you know? So if you have any recommendations for Pixi, let me know. I'm happy to give them a shot for sure. It's just, at this point, I'm just like, And then skincare in general is more or less the reason why I am skipping on this. I'm trying to really use up the skincare I have. One of the hard parts about being on YouTube is you constantly see people, like as a viewer, this is what I'm talking about. Like you constantly see people with new skincare items, and I just got this new thing, and I got this new thing, and I got that new thing, and I'm like, I just want to find my skincare that works for me and like stick to it. I don't want to try to add things in that cost like 50, 60 bucks, or even this, like each item is around like $20 to $25 range, and I'm just like, I don't need anything right now where I'm not really sure. I'm not someone who, I'm trying to really listen to my dermatologist and ingredients that they are recommending, rather than being like, ooh, shiny packaging and the smells. The smells always get me. I'm like, ooh, strawberries and watermelons, and you know, I fall for it every time, and I will not. All right, things that I am probably definitely getting. My Need It section is pretty small. I'm very proud of myself. First is the Fenty concealer and setting powder. You guys, no surprise, I love Fenty products. Are they always the best? No. Man, this chair is like super rickety and it's driving me insane. But anyways, Fenty is releasing, I think 30 concealer shades or around that. But yeah, and she's adding more to her original line of foundation. And I'm just excited to try it. I don't love all of her products, but I love the majority of her products, you know, and I'm really excited to see what they come out with this year. Just to kind of, I'm just excited to try it out. Me and Rihanna and just, yes, yes. As far as the setting powder as well, I really want setting powder. I have found this year that like with the like Huda, like different, I like that there's a variety of shades of translucent powder. I feel like it does so much more to brighten my under eyes than just using a clear, like a translucent like powder, where I like ones that have a little bit of a tint to it for brightening underneath my eyes. I don't really use a lot of setting powders on the rest of my face unless it's in a compact, but underneath the eyes I do like a loose powder, so I'm excited to see the shade range of those. I think she's coming out with 8 to start off with. And then as far as what else, Dose of Colors is releasing lip liners and eyeliners. I don't think I'm gonna jump on this like they released today, and I haven't ordered any yet. I'll probably wait for Dose of Colors to have a sale and then try it out, or hopefully it comes to Ulta so I can swatch them. The lip liners I'm super excited about. I love brown tones and I feel like they came out with a good range of brown tones. And then there's like one shade of the eyeliner that I'm just like, ooh, it's like an orangey, like a burnt orange shade. But at the same time, like I've talked about this whenever I do tutorials, my eyes are super sensitive. So a lot of the times eyeliners don't work for me. Like I'm very picky about eyeliner, not because I'm picky about colors, but picky just formula wise. My eyes turn like beet red and I look like I'm in 28 Days Later when they got like attacked by zombies. That's just how it goes. So we'll see if I'm allergic to the formula. I don't know if it's necessarily allergic or just irritation. I don't understand. If you do, that would be nice. But yes, definitely the lip liners for sure. Let me know if you guys are picking up anything from that, but I think the lip liners look pretty good. And I usually love Dose Color lip products in general, so I don't think they would be disappointing. But yeah, that is it. That is all of my Need It, thinking about it, passing on it for this week. Please let me know in the comments below what you guys are thinking about, what you are passing on, all that good stuff. I'd love to know your guys' interests as well. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.